Hey everyone, welcome back to Simple Privacy Tips. Today I'm going to show you how to never forget a password. One of the most important things to know about privacy online is that you need to use different passwords for every account and they need to be really strong. And the reason people don't do this is because they are afraid of forgetting them. It's basically impossible to remember like 50 different passwords for all of your social media, online shopping, news websites, and other websites. And so what happens is that people use like password 1, password 2, password 3, and think it's okay. But really what you need to do is use strong passphrases that are unique to each account. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a way that you don't need to remember them all. And I'm going to show you my favorite tool, but unfortunately it only works on desktop. And so I'm going to give you some other options, which I can't totally vouch for because I don't use them, but other options that you could use on your mobile as well. So let's go through the desktop option first. Now, my favorite password manager is not pretty to look at. It's not something that looks like it came from a tech startup in Silicon Valley, but if you're willing to try it out, I think you'll like it. It's really simple to use, and what I like about it is that it's stored locally, so it's stored on my computer as opposed to in the cloud. The options that I'll show you for mobile do store in the cloud, so you might like that convenience of when you update a password on your computer, it's syncing to the cloud and then coming back down to your phone, so you're always updated. But let me show you this first before we get into that. So the one I like is called Keepassx. If you Google Keepassx, it's Keepassx and click on keepassx.org. As I said, it looks like it's from the 90s, but if you navigate to downloads in the left-hand sidebar and then download whichever is relevant to your operating system, I'm using Mac, then you'd go through the installation process. I already have it, so I'm going to pull up. So once you download it, you'll open it up and you'll get this interface that says to create a new database, and then you can enter a password. A password manager, in brief, is a little tiny database where you can store all your passwords, and you secure it by having one password. So in your head, you need to remember one password, and everything else is stored within your little database. So let me set this up, and I'll show you how it looks. Enter a password. I'm going to put in a password. So now here is my empty password database. If you click this key with the green arrow, add new entry, here is where you would add like Facebook personal. If you have a business one, for example, you might have Facebook business. Username, here you can add maybe the email that you sign in, so demo@gmail.com, and then you add whatever your Facebook password is, and then you repeat it, and then click OK, and then you would save, and there's your first entry. Okay, so when you sign into your Facebook account, all you need to do now, open up your password manager using the one password, select Facebook, then copy, so Command C, and then go to Facebook and Command V to paste it, and there you go. You don't have to remember your Facebook password anymore. Let's add a new entry. I want to show you something else. So say Twitter, personal. Keepassx gives you the option to generate a password. So you can click this little eye and view the password they've generated. Usually it's a bunch of letters and numbers. You can say that you're fine with that. You can accept it, and then it'll copy and paste it for both. Now, another thing to know that better than random numbers and letters is like a passphrase. So think of a sentence in your head. At first, I was afraid, comma, I was petrified. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Yes. And then you can go back in and maybe change one to a number or something. And it's easier to remember if you had to, if you do it that way. You can use passphrases as a way to help you remember them, but they're also much more secure. So then click save, and there you go. Make sure you save the database. That's all you need to do. So now when you go to Twitter and you enter your username, you can copy paste your password into the login page, and you're good to go. So again, all you need to remember is your one password to open up your database. Now, for mobile, a good option is called 1Password. So 1Password isn't free. I think it's $5 per month for a family of 5. So billed annually, that'd be $60. It syncs between your desktop and your mobile, which might be convenient for you. Another option is Lastpass. I believe there's a free version of Lastpass. Those are two options that you might want to look at if you want a manager on your phone as well. So I hope that this is helpful to you. Password managers just make life so much easier because you don't have to remember all of your passwords, and you can make sure you're using secure passwords. I've created a free downloadable guide that takes you how to set up Keepassx, which I just took you through. So you can download that and refer back to it, or even better, you can share it with friends and family that might not want to watch a video to help them set up a password manager. And it's really important for all of your friends and family to make sure that whatever passwords they're using are all unique and really strong, and it's a lot easier to make sure that happens when you don't have to remember them all. So do make sure to download that guide in the description and share it with whoever you know that might need it. Okay, that's it for me for today, and I'll speak to you in the next Simple Privacy Tips video.